All right, good afternoon, Zara. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. So I've got your resume here in front of me. You have a very impressive background. You've got a great administration background. You've been in the medical industry for a long, long time. So I'm going to kind of let you take the stage and tell us what you've been doing most recently in your career.
Well, for the last 6 years, was given the opportunity to go work in a doctor's office because my background was mostly CNA work and home health aid.
Great.
So when I moved to Miami, I was given the opportunity to work with an ophthalmologist. I started from home with him. We pretty much opened up the office, and I was his front desk.
Great.
I worked with him for 3 years. I learned everything there was to learn about the front desk. Pretty much out the insurances, verifications, all there was to know about ophthalmology. From there, I went to learn retina. I started working with a different doctor, and in like 2 months, I was given the opportunity to become a medical coordinator.
Great.
So, as a medical coordinator, I was more hands on with medications, with pretty much making sure that the doctor had everything he needed before the patient was seen and that the patient was authorized by the insurance for their appointments for medication. I have sent out many patients over to see specialists as well.
Okay.
Um, so I have a little, I know a little bit of everything, especially my last job with maternal fetal medicine. There, I started as front desk and then was also promoted within the 2 months to an insurance verificator.
Okay,
So
great.
that's where I learned more about the insurances and the deductibles, and so I really got really involved in that and started calling my patients, letting them know. I would pretty much just lay it out there and tell them this is what you have, this is your insurance, these are your deductibles, this is what the insurance is going to pay, this is how much you would be paying when you come to the appointments, and they're from.
I
I've
love it.
done so
And
much.
I love your career progression in it. So I like that you have a very well-rounded medical background and you've had exposures to different areas. Now you have been working remotely most recently in your position with us at Healthy Systems. Tell me a little bit about that position.
Well, healthy system was a whole new background for me. It was it's medical, but it's not in dealing one on one with patients.
Yep.
So with healthy systems, I learned kind of like the back end, like more of injured workers, creating the IPEs for them, formatting. What else can I say? I'm sorry, I get a little nervous.
You're fine.
I had more contact with the pharmacist
Okay.
in regards of medications for patients. I did a lot of medical record receiving.
Great.
I just recently learned how to request medical records. I was learning to do strategy calls for the pharmacist and the clients to speak, which most of them are from travelers insurance.
Okay.
So I learned all that. Medical records is something though that I've always done. We've always request them at the medical office, but this is a little different because this is us requesting from the actual client, which is travelers.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was the only difference there. But receiving the medical records, creating a folder for the patients, putting all the necessary paperwork in that folder for them, just creating a file basically.
Now, with the exception, because obviously in the medical industry, I'm sure you've worked with a few different EMR softwares, but are you also proficient in like Word and Excel and some of the more basic software programs as well also?
Yes, yes, definitely. Word, Excel, we used a lot. Healthy
Great.
system. I think that I became more efficient with Excel with this job than I was before. So I learned a lot with that.
Yeah.
So definitely Excel. I've used a lot of different websites too. Next Gen,
I can
Cloud One. Yeah,
I
I've
can
used a lot of
imagine.
different ones.
Now, at this point in your career, what's the most important thing to you about your next opportunity?
Next important thing for me, honestly, is to be somewhere where I can stay for a long period of time and grow.
Yep.
I want to continue to grow. I have the jobs that I've had. been able to move on to the next job, and like I said, in short time, been
Yep.
promoted to the next level. And I don't like going from job to job. I want
Yep.
to stay at one job. I just want to stay there. I want to grow. I want to become like a little small job family. you know.
Perfect. I love it. That's what I would love to hear. Zara, I'm going to stop the recording and chat with you a little bit more if that sounds good.
Okay, perfect.